Are you ready to party?
Bonsoir mesdames et messieurs et bienvenue à notre show Chercher l'artiste. Je suis Leslie Dalencour et aujourd'hui nous avons un show à tout casser. Nous avons avec nous une amie qui est non seulement une philanthropiste, un écrivain et aussi elle fait des documentaires de films. But ladies and gentlemen, today our show is going to be in English. So our friend today is Kimberly Green, and she's a philanthropist. I don't know how you say that in English. She's a writer and also a documentary filmmaker. And we're going to talk about so many other things. I went to a huge party in Miami the other day, and I got to meet her, and I was so flabbergasted and happy about everything she does that I asked her, I begged her to come on the show so you guys can get to meet her. So without further ado, Kimberly!
Thank you, Boom Boom, for inviting me.
Welcome on Chercher l'artiste.
Well, I'm very honored to be here. And of course, when I first met you at the party, I could not say no.
Oh,
How
were
could you
so
say no to this
sweet.
guy?
Thank you. Oh, are you ready to party? Because we're going to party.
Listen, I was born ready.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, first, I just said quite a few little things, but she's also the president of the Green Family Foundation, which is a foundation that has helped Haiti and Haitians and artists all over the world. But she's going to tell us more about herself. So Kim, I give you la parole.
So, well, thank you for inviting me here.
It's my pleasure.
You know, I'm excited to be a part of something that reaches so many people. You know, one of the things that's important to me is having a platform to highlight other people, other artists, people that are doing wonderful things in our community. So I'm fortunate enough to have a family foundation, the Green Family Foundation. And we use that, as I said, as a platform so that we can sort of be entry points for other people to see the arts, education, access to the arts.
Excellent.
We do a lot of work with access to healthcare as well, which is how I first got started working in Haiti.
Yes, because I saw that you helped very much with the earthquake that we had.
Well, that was actually about 10 years after I first started working in Haiti. I first started working in the late 90s, early 2000s with some healthcare initiatives in the Plateau Central.
Oh, Plateau Central.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I worked with an organization that's based here in Miami at the University of Miami, and I met Dr. Paul Farmer.
Yes.
Did a lot of work with Dr. Paul Farmer, but through I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare provider, that's not my background. My background is helping to provide access for other people.
That's phenomenal.
So through the course of working in healthcare and seeing the hurdles and seeing a lot of the red tape involved, I started to realize that getting involved with Haitian cultural initiatives, music, the arts, seemed to be more in line with what the foundation was set up for.
Exactly.
So we sort of bifurcated our efforts where we worked both. We funded some healthcare programs, but myself personally, I was able to take an active role in producing short films, producing a documentary, and eventually producing music, which I don't know, we should talk about that.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
yes, definitely. That's my department. But when first of all, well, you were not in the arts totally then, when did you get involved with Haiti in the 90s? Like, when was the first time going to Haiti? Did you go visit just like a visit like that? Or?
So my first time going to Haiti was 2000. So I'd already been working in the diaspora community in Miami through the foundation and in small ways, you know, small initiatives where I was learning. But the road to Haiti for me was very short and very long at the same time.
Yeah.
So, and I'll get back to that. I'll tell you an interesting story. But so I first went to Haiti when I was pitching a documentary about uncommon Americans. So people from countries that have gone through some type of political unrest or some type of environmental unrest that had come to America as immigrants and become successful in their own way and were giving back to their country.
Yes.
So I met a group of doctors that were doing that, and so my idea was, let me first, Haiti's right here, right near Miami.
Next door.
Let me go and let me follow these doctors. So when I went down on that trip was when I first really got introduced to Haiti as a country.
As a country.
You know, I had been learning about Haiti as a culture in Miami.
Right.
And of course, in my studies through college, I studied at the School of Oriental and African Studies in London, and I studied a lot of African diaspora cultural communities throughout the Caribbean. So in any case, I fell in love with Haiti on that trip, and I said, 9/11 happened soon after, and nobody wanted to, at the time, do a show about immigrants.
Yes. Yeah, because
people were looking very inward.
Oh, yeah.
And so I said, well, I have all this footage. Let me focus on Haiti, and let me focus on these great doctors that are doing this wonderful work down there. And that opened up a lot of doors for me about Haiti. But I will say, interestingly enough, I found a piece of paper that I wrote in the first grade that my mother found for me, and she had it laminated, so I have it at home, and the assignment was, if I was president.
Right, I saw that there.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I saw it.
And I know it's a Wyclef song.
Yes.
So it doesn't come from that. So in this paper, it talks about if I was president, talks about how I would help free the Iranian hostages. So it tells you how old I was.
Yeah. But that's great. That's great. You have other views.
It also says I would go to Haiti, and I would train doctors to go to Haiti and help people.
That's so beautiful.
So I think that, you know, my idea of working with people has changed a lot from helping people, because I don't really look at it as helping people. I look at it as working with people. But that was something that Haiti taught me, you know, because 20 some odd years ago when I first started working in Haiti, I had sort of the perception that I would go there and help. And I've learned that that's not the attitude and the methodology to take when you're working in another country that's not your own.
That is not, yeah. And the people don't kind of want you to tell them what to do, but they would like you to teach them certain things so they can navigate
their
own system.
You know, and you know, I don't want to be the cliche, oh, I learned just as much from them, but I learned just as much from,
big time.
From working with other people.
I'm pretty sure, because like me, coming from Haiti to America, I didn't have any idea how this worked. And look, I've been here 44 years.
Right?
Yeah, and I love it. I've been here longer than I've been in Haiti.
Wow.
I've been in Haiti only 17 years of my life.
But very formative years.
Yeah, my main years where I went to school and all that, and I went back a few times, but when it started getting a little bit very political, I would not do a good kidnapping, because I need the champagne, I need the beers, and but anyway.
But you know, I will say Haiti has taught me more about American history than a lot of American school has taught me.
Correct.
You know, I mean, in diving into and delving into the history of Haiti and learning the rich, I don't want to just say cultural, but the influence that Haiti's had on the rest of the world politically. I mean, even all the way up to Israel, the last vote of Israel becoming a nation was voted by the Haitians.
Correct. And some presidents of Haiti have helped Venezuela with Simon Bolivar. I've helped the United States with Louisiana and all that.
Yeah, the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah.
Was because Haiti beat Napoleon.
Yeah, so you know that's a lot. But now to go back, so you find out you get involved with medicine and all that with Haiti, and then you decide, wow, you check out the culture and you check out all the type of work that Haitians are very artistic.
So I think where it came from was when I started working with larger organizations like the Clinton Foundation, a few Open Society Institute that were working in Haiti. I noticed that a lot of people going on these trips were, whether it was their intention or not, were a little bit of poverty tourism.
Correct.
You know, and I started to realize that people weren't learning about the history of Haiti, and I was kind of complaining a lot about it. And Paul Farmer said something to me where he said, you know, I'm sick of hearing you complain, do something. So I started looking into, well, people should have like a booklet, or they should have something that's accessible through the airline,
Correct.
through whoever they're traveling
Correct.
with. You know, a lot of missionaries go down to Haiti.
And they have no clue what's going on down there.
A lot of people don't even know it's the same island as the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So I started looking into how do we collect cultural information and put it together in like a handbook, which we called the Combit Connection, and we put that together, and we started offering it to people who were traveling down for government missions. And I know that you could go onto the dreaded word, the CIA website.
Well, but yeah, that's true. But if you really, it's something that asks you to do a lot of research to start with, and you want it to be correct in everything you were saying, and also your experience with the moment down there. Because believe me, being down there and experiencing it first grade, and listening to someone tell you this is how it's in Haiti. It's not.
Well, and also a lot of these trips, people go down and they go straight from, and I'm not just saying this is only happens in Haiti. This happens everywhere.
Yeah.
People go straight from the airport to the resort, from the airport to the mission that they're going to, or the airport to the hotel. So a lot of people don't realize there are art galleries and there are restaurants.
So you left Plateau Central from time to time and you went into Port-au-Prince.
Yeah. I used to stay at the Villa Creole.
Villa Creole, yes.
Yeah, and so back, in the early 2000s, we talked about putting a center in there where people could go and they could have resources, where they could learn about, and it wasn't about, you don't have to pay money to be in this booklet. It was, whoever got to us. And, in Pétionville, the restaurants, the galleries. But sadly, as soon as the Combit Connection came out, the earthquake hit.
Yeah.
Now, that was bad, obviously, that bad timing, but it was also good because a lot of people then were going down and needed this information.
Correct.
To have, their hands on.
At least they had that.
At least they had that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you knew, but at one point I kind of had to take a step back in like 2006. I took a step back from traveling for some health reasons. And
no, I did not.
Yeah, 2006, but I didn't really, because during the course of that, I met a music engineer who when you get to know me better, you'll understand. We met at a random place at a random night through a random person. And he was working on a box set of music that was recorded in Haiti in the 1930s. And he said to me, we're working on this. There was a ethnomusicologist named Alan Lomax. And in the 1930s, he traveled around Haiti and he produced
extract of sounds of the people.
Yes, all field recordings. And they got lost in the Library of Congress. And they were lost for like 70 years. So flash forward, his daughter, Anna Lomax, found the recordings and film footage. And so she started remastering all this, and this was in like 2007. So they came to me and they said, would you be interested in working on this and producing this with us so we could get this out?
Yes.
Not just the music, but also a book. And also some short films on remastering the film footage, which was field footage of like up in Quadabuque, up out in everywhere, Léogâne.
Yeah. So you went north and south.
We went everywhere.
Everywhere.
So we took this music and we did 10 CDs and we made a box set. The box set came out about 8 months before, or about a year before the earthquake. We got 2 Grammy nominations.
Oh!
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm talking to a Grammy-nominated person.
Well, we didn't win. But
it doesn't matter.
We lost to the Beatles.
Well, listen, wait 1 second. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be right back. We're taking a little pause and we'll be right back. Don't move. It's getting hot.
Are you ready to party? The Haitian Nation. I like this.
My name is Amy. Reliability is a significant part of my job. Truly all of the employees play a huge role in it. FPL has made so many improvements to make our grid the most reliable and safe. From our continuous tree trimming and pole inspection services, and now more recently, even underground the lines that you see that are closest to your own home. It's so important for me to have a continued impact and support for my community, and this is one of the true ways that I feel like I'm making a difference in everyone's life.
I am a solar development project manager. Solar is a stable fuel source, which will lead to stable bills and ultimately will produce savings for our customers.
I know that FPL is looking at other ways that down the line will reduce my bill, and the future is bright.
Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center delivers the most innovative treatments available. From leading-edge research and breakthrough clinical trials to life-changing therapies and superior outcomes, Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is the only NCI-designated and nationally ranked cancer center in South Florida. And with 10 locations in the region, it's easy to find a specialist near you. Learn more at inpursuitofyourcure.com.
I'm Sergio. I work for FPL. We've transitioned from foreign oil to natural gas, and we're moving responsibly towards solar, battery, and green hydrogen.
I know that FPL is looking at other ways that down the line will reduce my bill, and the future is bright.
Alon Kave, palen de ANB.
Oui, Baz. Eben posé, men. Yo, but male, ANB, what? Ouais, ANB, c'est la santé.
Zami, ou kon ANB pa vre? Ebe se yon one-stop shop sot medikal, tonde? Bon bagay. ANB se la santé, ANB se la vie, passion, yo se fami, tout passion se zami. Se pou nou yop travay, yo se la kay. ANB, agay manti, yo geri tout maladi.
Relais ANB dans 305 835 92 64 305 835 92 64.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our phenomenal guest today, Kimberly Green, and we were talking, you lost to the Beatles. Let me tell you something. Losing to the Beatles and being nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm chapeau bas. I'm like, you know that expression?
I do.
So then, because we were in the music there, we're going to continue with talking about the music. So you did the CDs.
We did the CDs.
You did the book.
Did two books. One book is all the songs translated.
Yeah.
So it's 10 types of Haitian music. Everything from troubadour music to rah-rah music to carnival music.
Yes.
No compa.
No compa.
Because they didn't have it in the 30s, I guess.
No, they didn't. Yeah. Well, they had started, but it wasn't as developed as it is at the moment.
We have some French lullabies. But it's all done. Nothing's done in a studio. It was all recorded field music.
That's good.
So then we also have his journal, and we transcribed his journal, and in his journal was handwritten And we have an original tourist map from Haiti from the 1930s. And he wrote all over, and some areas, it's interesting, one area says rainforest, which is no longer there. I mean, you have areas by, I can't remember the name of the park now, Montisson.
We had one fabric of drain in Montisson.
So there, you know, he has little notes. And so what we did was we transcribed all of that. And then the earthquake happened. So the earthquake happened, and we had all this material that a lot of people were interested in. And we wanted to repatriate, so to speak, the music. You know, a lot of institutions were in turmoil after the earthquake, so it was difficult to get something into the Ministry of Education or into the Ministry of Culture when they didn't have offices. So we did what we could. We did a show with PBS where we took Anna Lomax, the daughter of Alan Lomax, in her, I won't say her age, but took her down to Haiti in her later age in life, and she did the road that her father did, and this is post-earthquake, and we went, and you can see this on PBS, on YouTube, you can find it, Lomax in Haiti. And we go to this little town by Léogâne. We go to a lakou, and we meet with the people in the lakou, and we play the music. We hook it up to a car battery, and we play some of the songs, and we have the dancers come out, and they show us what it's like, you know, in their lakou.
Yes, that's phenomenal.
And then what we did was I partnered up with Fast Forward Haiti, which I think they're still around. They're a film organization in Haiti. And they had a program called Cinéma en bas étoiles.
Cinéma en bas étoiles, that means under the stars.
And we followed the fault line of the earthquake.
Yes.
And we set up outdoor movie screens, and we showed documentary films, but we also showed them footage of their ancestors from the 1930s.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and you can see all that on YouTube. We did short films about
I will definitely go look.
Yeah, it was really something special.
Well, that's a great work. That's fantastic. When I think about that, and that's bringing, you know, I have an aunt now that's 102 years old. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And when I think about that, and I say, as a matter of fact, she's probably watching right now. Tantrouine, bisous, I love you. And do you imagine 102? She must have been born in the 1920s.
Yeah, so she could have been one of these people. You know?
Yes.
And one of the things that the Lomax family, there's a lot of controversy around the Lomax family in many different ways, but it was nature of the beast of the time period.
Correct.
And what Alan Lomax's daughter has been trying to do, because he did this throughout the American South as well, recorded blues and the origin of American blues and jazz. So they try to find the descendants of the people who were recorded. So it was very hard to do that in Haiti, although that was something that we tried to do, and we found some families. We actually found the family of his tour guide. So this man who took Lomax around, and we went to his house, and it's still the same house that Alan Lomax went to.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch that documentary.
And we went down there to film Big Drum Voodoo Ceremony. And you can see that documentary online as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must have had quite an experience in the Caribbean.
I love it. I love it.
And how did you discover Rumba Vocal?
Oh, it discovered me, I think. Well, Barbancourt became a very good friend of mine for many years.
You know what? Me too.
Yeah, 5 étoiles. 5
étoiles.
And then, of course, I graduated to Clarin for a few years.
Clarin, oui. Well, that's heavy duty.
Yeah.
I have not been able to go there, but like if I know I'm going to a party and it's going to be 5 étoiles, I bring someone that can drive, because it's so good. It's amazing.
Yeah. But Barbara, the whole culture around rum is so interesting too.
Correct.
In Haiti, and the culture around sugarcane and the whole history.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you talk about how Haiti gained its independence, and independence from what? You know, and taking over from the plantations. I mean, the history's so rich. You know?
Big time. And if people were more interested in what our ancestors had started for us, it would be Haiti would become again what it was, the pearl of the Antilles.
Yeah.
But then after that, or was that after that that you produced that movie that was Haiti when,
Once There Was a Country
Revisiting Haiti.
So that I actually did in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And I did that specifically initially for an organization that was working in medical care in Haiti. So, and it was really using film as an activation for promoting. Well, sometimes I question some of my motives back in the day. I mean, in a way, it was promoting a little bit of medical tourism, but the good thing was through that journey, I learned and I met a lot of people that taught me about how damaging medical tourism can be and how important it is to have year-round presence on the ground in Haiti, and not just Haiti, in any of these places where people go. As we started the beginning of this interview with how important it is to have a consistent message, to have a consistent presence, and to do local training.
Correct.
And that was the that is the message and the work of Dr. Paul Farmer and the people that run Partners in Health, Zami La Santé, in Mirbalais in Haiti.
Mirbalais.
Yeah.
Zami La Santé.
Yeah.
Wow, you know about Zami La Santé in Mirbalais. That's amazing.
Well, Paul Farmer's in that film.
Yeah.
And we really were focusing on the health accompagnateurs.
Yes.
So we focused on the Haitian people who were trained to be healthcare providers, daily healthcare providers.
Correct.
And the importance of having Haitian people for Haitians working in that.
Correct. And you know that Haitian doctors that come to the States or go anywhere around the world are brilliant, they shine, and they are absolutely phenomenal. The way they learned in Haiti, and then and they came to the United States and they learned more about you know, the new stuff that's going on in the medicine. And bring it back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that you, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I love that you keep using phenomenal, because it reminds me of Dr. Maya Angelou, who wrote A Phenomenal Woman.
Correct.
And she did narrate the documentary.
Right. And yes, that's what I wanted to ask you. How? I'm crazy about that lady, but I know she's dead at the moment, but she... Oh my gosh, how did you go about that?
So Dr. Maya Angelou was, her son was a patient of one of the doctors that I worked with on the documentary.
Yes.
And so he had said to me, how would you like Dr. Maya Angelou to talk to her about your film? I mean...
I would fall from my chair.
Of course, of course. So I never thought it would happen, and one day I got a phone call, and I answered the phone, and it was, hello.
Yes.
This is Dr. Maya Angelou.
Oh my God, I
Not that I could ever do her incredible voice. Sorry for touching.
Oh my gosh.
So I was invited to her home and in Harlem, and she welcomed me. She was just unbelievably lovely and intimidating and inspiring and everything that you would imagine Dr. Maya Angelou would be. And she and her son, who has since passed as well, they agreed to narrate the film. And so I was very fortunate to be able to work with them both. And it was just a fantastic experience. And not only did she agree to narrate the film, but she agreed to help promote the film. And she spoke at screenings, and she showed up. She showed up, you know, she didn't
She was interested in the cause.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal woman.
Yes, she's a phenomenal woman that's out of this world.
Yeah.
She's grandiose. She's huge, bigger than anything else. Incredible.
And she now is on a quarter.
She's on what?
On a U.S. quarter now.
Yes. Oh boy. Now,
We have so much to talk about.
So much to talk about, and I want to tell our viewers that you promised me you're gonna do next week. So we're gonna talk about the new stuff that's gonna be happening in your life. But you could give us a little preview of what we're gonna talk about.
So a little preview of what we're going to talk about. Well, I will say that when we started this interview, we talked about, I feel like in a lot of ways, you're an artist, you're a musician, you have your own art, but you also promote other people.
Correct.
And I think that is something that's so important for a community to create this sort of spider web of support.
Excellent, yes.
And so one of the things that we're doing now through the Green Family Foundation is creating a platform and a venue for artists in Miami to be elevated and to gather and to talk and to share. And so we can talk about that on next week's show.
Because you know, Island TV has two owners, Elizabeth and Fred, and they both they love promoting artists. I think they're both. I know Elizabeth is an artist, but I know that he loves art, and they love and our television loves to be able to give a platform to the arts and to what's going on in our community.
Right.
And we appreciate so much you coming on our platform and doing this with us. And like I told you,
to be sitting next to you.
Thank you so very much. But I'm going to be attending every single thing you do in Miami.
So.
But right, we'll talk about all that later. So after the earthquake, and you back to Miami, but you haven't gone back to Haiti yet.
I haven't been back in about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, which is really disappointing for me. I miss Haiti every day.
Yeah.
I was talking with a friend of mine today who's a Haitian filmmaker, Rachel Salnave.
Yes.
Who's fantastic. She did a film called Madame Pipi and La Belle Vie. We were talking today, and she's now working, running the Artist Institute in Jacmel. And I told her that not a day goes by that I don't miss Haiti and regret that I'm not there. I mean, I understand that there are reasons why people and myself can't go back.
Can't go back, yeah.
But I will say there will be a time where I'll be back.
We will all be back.
We'll all be back.
We'll all be back some way, somehow.
But what we can do now is we can elevate and promote the artists that can't leave.
Correct.
That are there and can't find ways to get out but are still creating.
Correct. Like what Axel did with you, Axel Lyoto.
Yeah.
And that was a fantastic.
With Schneider Hilaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And over the weekend, this past weekend, I saw Edwidge Dandicott's play, Create Dangerously. And Rachel Salnave and I were talking about how that's what artists do. They create dangerously.
Correct.
And what's happening in Haiti, and people are still creating. It's dangerous, but it's exhilarating.
It's exhilarating.
And what they're doing for their community is something that's so important, and we can talk about that.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end this show, but next Sunday, get ready, same place, same time. Kimberly, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so very much. Thanks for doing the show. Thanks for being on our platform, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Kimberly Green. I am Leslie Dalencour. It was a pleasure being inside of your living room today. See you next Sunday, same place, same time, Island TV. I love you. Bye.
Are you ready to party?